Welcome to the world of Valorant, where tactical gameplay meets explosive action. In this guide, we're diving deep into the world of Brimstone, Valorant's resident American commander. Hailing from the good old US of A, Brimstone brings a no-nonsense approach to the battlefield, relying on his trusty toolkit and strategic prowess. He's a controller, which means his main job is to cut off enemy sightlines and create safe spaces for his team to advance. Brimstone is your go-to agent for controlling the flow of battle. Imagine yourself as a battlefield conductor, orchestrating pushes and defenses with your smokes and incendiary grenades. Whether you're new to Valorant or a seasoned veteran, mastering Brimstone's abilities can significantly up your game. In the next sections, we'll break down his abilities, share tips for beginners and experienced players, and highlight common mistakes to avoid. Let's get started. Brimstone's strength lies in his simple yet effective abilities. Let's take a closer look at each one and how you can utilize them for maximum impact. Incendiary. This grenade launcher is perfect for flushing out enemies or denying them access to key areas. Aim it at a surface to create a lingering pool of fire. Remember, the fire damages both enemies and allies, so be cautious. Sky Smoke. Brimstone's signature ability. Equip his tactical map to call in precise smoke screens from the sky. Use them to block enemy vision, create cover for your team, or obscure enemy positions. Stim Beacon. Toss this beacon to give nearby allies a temporary fire rate and reload speed boost. It's a great tool for aggressive pushes or clutch situations. Place it strategically to maximize its effectiveness. Orbital Strike, which is his ultimate. Brimstone calls in a devastating laser beam from orbit, obliterating anything caught in its path. Use it to clear out entrenched enemies, secure objectives, or deny enemy access to crucial areas. Mastering these abilities is crucial to playing Brimstone effectively. Practice their deployment, learn their timings, and understand their impact on the flow of the game. Remember, practice makes perfect. New to Brimstone? Don't worry, every expert was once a beginner. Here are some basic tips to get you started. Master your smokes. Practice deploying your sky smokes accurately. Learn the common smoke spots on different maps. Good smoke placement can win rounds. Coordinate with your team. Communication is key. Let your team know when and where you're placing your smokes and incendiaries. This will allow them to make the most of your utility. Use your incendiary strategically. Don't just throw it randomly. Use it to flush out enemies, deny them access to areas, or delay their pushes. Save your ultimate for impactful moments. Don't waste your orbital strike. Use it to secure rounds, clear out objectives, or turn the tide of battle. Remember, playing Brimstone is all about supporting your team and controlling the battlefield. Keep practicing, communicate with your team, and you'll be well on your way to mastering the American commander. Section 4. Level up your game. Advanced Brimstone strategies. Ready to take your Brimstone gameplay to the next level? Here are some advanced strategies to refine your skills. One-way smokes. Learn to place smokes that allow you to see through while remaining hidden from the enemy. Aggressive incendiary plays. Use your incendiary to force enemies out of cover or into unfavorable positions. Stim Beacon for clutch plays. In clutch situations, use your Stim Beacon to gain an edge in firefights. Orbital Strike mind games. Don't be afraid to use your ultimate to zone out enemies or force rotations, even if you don't get kills. Remember, mastering these advanced strategies takes time and practice. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you and your playstyle. Section 5. Avoiding common mistakes. Play smarter, not harder. Even experienced players make mistakes. Here are some common pitfalls to avoid when playing Brimstone. Poor smoke placement. Avoid placing smokes that accidentally benefit the enemy team or block your team's line of sight. Wasting incendiary. Don't use your incendiary randomly. Make sure it serves a purpose, like flushing out enemies or delaying pushes. Using ultimate too early. Save your orbital strike for impactful moments. Don't waste it on a single enemy when you could be clearing out a site. Lack of communication. Always communicate with your team. Let them know where you're placing your smokes and when you're using your abilities. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be well on your way to becoming a more effective Brimstone player. Remember, Valorant is a team game, and playing smart is just as important as individual skill. Section 6. Staying ahead of the curve. Recent updates and their impact. Valorant is a constantly evolving game with regular updates and patches that can significantly impact agent gameplay. Stay informed about any recent changes to Brimstone's abilities, such as smoke duration or charges. Developers may tweak the duration of Brimstone's smokes or the number of charges he has. Incendiary damage or radius. Changes to the damage output or area of effect of his incendiary can impact its effectiveness. Stim Beacon buffs or nerfs. Adjustments to the Stim Beacon's fire rate or reload speed boost can affect its usefulness. Always familiarize yourself with the latest patch notes to understand how these updates might affect your Brimstone gameplay. Adapting to these changes and adjusting your strategies accordingly is crucial for staying ahead of the competition.